Hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ira Smith, President of Ira Smith Trustee and Receiver Inc. First off, I hope that you and your family are healthy, safe, and secure during this ongoing coronavirus pandemic. I wanted to let you know that Ira Smith Trustee and Receiver Inc. is fully operational. Both Brandon Smith and myself are doing consultations and meetings either by telephone or video meeting. So feel free to give Brandon or myself a call, an email. We would love to hear from you and talk with you. Today is a very hot day, Wednesday, July the 8th, 2020 in Toronto. So today I dressed in a little bit of a tropical motif. So I hope you enjoy this video. I know you will get value from it. So stay tuned because we are going to talk about Canadian business, what will be the ultimate business in Ontario recovery program. So in today's blog, Brandon looks at Canadian business from an entrepreneur's viewpoint. And he asks the question, what is the one most essential ingredient that every Canadian business, small or large, needs in order to survive these challenging economic times? And if you guessed cash, that is an extremely important ingredient, but it is not the most important one. I will tell you why. Help and to save Canadian business, the federal government had implemented its COVID-19 economic response plan. A lot of the initiatives also involved the provinces to buy in. Brandon has written about most or all of these initiatives in the past. They include the Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy, the temporary 10% wage subsidy, more time to pay your income taxes, your HST, Canada Emergency Business Account, interest-free loan, loan guarantees for small and medium-sized enterprises, the Canada Emergency Response Benefit for self-employed business people and for unemployed workers as well. Down below in this blog are links to each of those previous blogs so that you can refresh yourself on the description of all those various programs. And most recently, there's been the Canada Emergency Commercial Rent Assistance Program, which requires provincial buy-in. In addition to that, in Ontario, there's been interest penalty relief for businesses in Ontario so that there won't be fines or interest charges for overdue payments on taxes that are administered by the province, such as tobacco tax and gas tax. There's been deferments for worker safety and insurance board premiums, and again, the assistance both on commercial rent assistance and as well for individuals renting. So now businesses across Canada are progressively opening up. Ontario, as an example, has been doing it very carefully, setting different stages and ways in which businesses can open up. There's a whole host of federal, provincial, and municipal guidelines affecting how businesses can open up. These add a whole new layer of costs on business that weren't there before the pandemic. And in many cases, especially in the hospitality industry, the constraints are not only creating additional costs, they are limiting the volume of customers and therefore the revenue that can be earned from those customers. There are also issues about what happens when all the government support programs end. Right now, they're scheduled to end on September 1. that is only about 6 weeks away. That may be too soon. We are expecting an economic statement any day from Finance Minister Bill Morneau, and perhaps that will give us some tips as to whether or not there's going to be further extensions. Any further extensions of the government support programs certainly has to come with a warning that when they give the new drop dead date, that's it. No more support. Get your houses in order now. Find those jobs. Get your business straightened out, because the government support will end one day. But it's not that easy. You can't just snap your fingers and make it happen. What is the one commodity that business owners will really, really need in order to get back on their feet and get their businesses humming again? That one commodity that they really need is time. But once everything opens up again, creditors are going to do what creditors do. They are going to demand payment. The phone calls will start again. The courts will be open. People will sue. Canada Revenue Agency will be harassing citizens and entrepreneurs. They need to collect money too. Garnishments will ensue. And it's going to be a big mess. There is only one federally regulated program that is going to buy business owners the time that they need, and that is bankruptcy protection. Canada, companies, businesses can file for bankruptcy protection under one of two federal statutes. The first is the Bankruptcy and Insolvency Act, and the second is the Companies Creditors Arrangement Act. Brandon has written many blogs in the past about those two statutes, and you can use the search bar above in order to find those blogs. But to suffice to say that the Companies Creditors Arrangement Act is for companies who have $5 million of debt or more, and bankruptcy protection under the Bankruptcy and Insolvency Act are for those companies that have less than $5 million in debt. So, why is bankruptcy protection so good to buy the necessary time that Canadian business needs? Well, the first reason is that as soon as you file, there is an automatic stay of proceedings. Creditors cannot initiate or continue any action for the collection of debt or the enforcement of a judgment or some other court order. Second, restructuring viable companies saves jobs. Third, it allows for the sale of a business unit to someone else who can incorporate it in their business and make it profitable. It can save those jobs, and it is much better than just liquidating off the assets. It allows for the sale of redundant assets to raise much needed cash. It also lets the company get out of onerous equipment leases, intellectual property contracts, or premises leases that they must jettison in order to have a successful restructuring. It initially stops secured lenders from enforcing on their security due to default on loan facilities, either cash or non-cash defaults. And it allows for that timeout for the company and its financial and legal advisors to sit down with the secured lenders and their financial and legal advisors to try to work out a restructuring plan that works for everyone. As I said previously, businesses with debt loads from before and unable to create enough cash fast enough to pay current debts aren't able to get loans from their banker. They cannot get more credit facilities drawn upon. However, with a bankruptcy protection filing, the court can mandate a priority position for a lender willing to come in to lend the necessary capital to allow the business to have the cash to be able to operate successfully through the restructuring period and come out the other end, a restructured company, leaner, meaner, with a cleaned up balance sheet. As you can see, I think the most important commodity every Canadian business will need is time. Time to get back on their feet and not be harassed by creditors who rightfully are expecting repayment. It will allow viable businesses to restructure. But in order to restructure, there is only one government-approved restructuring program that will work when all the other government funding support programs end. And that is using one of the two Canadian statutes to file for bankruptcy protection in order to restructure their company. Hope you've enjoyed this video and found it informative. Ira Smith Trustee and Receiver Inc. is fully operational during these pandemic times. We are holding meetings by either telephone or video chat. Feel free to shoot either Brandon or myself a message, give us a phone call. We'll answer any questions you may have about this Brandon's blog, bankruptcy protection, or anything else. So stay healthy, stay safe. We hope that you and your family will be healthy, safe, and secure.